Got first fire signs. Fire signs. Okay, fire signs. Okay, so fire signs. We are tapping in again. This is an extended video for you. Um, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay, so we're using the first deck is going to be the Secret Whispers of Lord Ganesh. I've already pre-pulled each sign, so I'll go into each one. But we're starting with fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We want to know, how have you been showing up for yourself, okay? Because it's important how you show up for yourself as you go through whatever transformation you're in. I always say that, okay? No matter what the transformation is, it's about how you show up for yourself, okay? So fire signs, how are you showing up for yourself in this current transformation? Fire signs. I was seeing the word like friendship, romance, that type of energy. So you could probably be, maybe taking more actions in regards to, relationships in general, but definitely romance and friendship. So it could be, again, the energy we were getting as a collective was kind of like working on the friendship within the relationship, spending, more time focusing on, doing things together, and like I said, building a friendship within romantic connections. And of course, you want to have some type of friendship base in most relationships anyway, but that's just the emphasis that I'm getting right now. It's like romantic energy and friendships and that energy. All right, fire signs. We got empowerment was trying to poke out here. So that could be like having the energy of being empowered, all right? Or, kind of like maybe you changed, okay? So you changed and now you feel more empowered here. It's kind of like surrendering, just allowing things to go as they, as they're supposed to go, all right? Because it's kind of like fire is always, it's like a constant thing, I feel like, right? So if you're constantly moving, constantly taking action, constantly doing things, there's going to be a point where you have to kind of like surrender and kind of like start moving, but moving in a way where it's propelling you forward, it's helping you take actions and moving forward, okay? I'm going to show you the room that we got for you. And then I'm going to go into the cards, and then I'll explain what this rune is. I believe, let me get my, this is expressing the energy of knowledge, inspiration. What else? Yeah, fire. Like, this is literally your own energy. So knowledge, inspiration, creativity, revelations. All right. So fire signs is like sitting heavy in your own energy. So again, taking those actions, right? But making sure that, you're taking these actions to move you forward, but you're also surrendering to what it is that you don't know. Okay. We got listening deeply here, which is basically about you just listening deeply, listening to your intuition, allowing yourself to be still. And then we have manifestation. So you could be asking something, okay, and you're waiting for this manifestation. So you're waiting for these intuitive nudges. All right. Your intuitive nudges is, yes, go ahead and make whatever changes you need to. In any area where you feel defeated, this is calling you for, basically for you to make those changes. All right. Again, the number 5 is about transformation, but it's also about changes. It's also about shifting. It's also about knowledge. Okay. The energy of 5 also is like a Hierophant energy. So this is kind of like taking what you know, using your knowledge, and then moving through whatever these conflicting thoughts are, because this is more of like your thoughts, right? So this is like kind of making whatever changes you need to make and then moving forward. And 444 is going to be significant. 555 may resonate with you as well. Remember, we had that surrender energy. That's about, again, making decisions and you could have made a decision to surrender. Okay. Whatever it is, it will be working out exactly as it's supposed to. Okay. But continue to drive forward, just making decisions that are going to propel you forward in a way where you don't feel like you know that you're using your knowledge, so you don't want to feel like you're doing things that aren't with knowledge. Okay. So that's what I have for you, fire signs. I appreciate you for being present. Definitely let me know how you resonate in the comments. Okay. All right. So the next sign we're going into is the air signs. Air signs, you are next. We are leading off with the energy, air signs of divination, primal law, luck energy. Okay. So let's see what we got for the fire signs. All right, we got vulnerability, and this is not fire signs, this is air signs. I'm gonna get it together. All right, air signs, we have vulnerability and freedom and darkest fears. Okay, so this is kind of giving me the energy of like a worst, like sometimes you can think about the worst case scenario, right? Sometimes this energy is just like a lot of anxiousness because there's a lot of thoughts, right? It's kind of like you can see both sides, all sides of every thought, right? So that can cause anxiousness, all right? And that anxiousness could be causing some type of transformation in regards to kind of like how you see yourself. Also, it's like you're supposed to be reaching for the stars, or you have that energy of reaching for the stars. You have that energy of being seen as a star, because it's kind of like you carry this energy of honesty, vulnerability, and freedom. Okay, that all goes together. But whatever this anxiety is, it's kind of like knowing that you have, there may be some type of divination or something you want to do to balance out any kind of anxiety you may be experiencing, okay? Because every primal law is kind of like the energy of everything working out exactly how it's supposed to, everything working out aligned with freedom, like your own freedom, all right? So freeing your mind, of course, here. And again, your rune was about divination, luck, and primal law. Also, mystery, magic, feminine energy. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull you a Secret Whispers of Lord Ganesh. So air signs, air signs. How have you been showing up for yourself? This is the Secret Whispers of Lord Ganesh deck. So, air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. How have you been showing up for yourself? I don't know why I want to keep saying fire signs. Fire signs is all over here. Calm down. Air signs. And remember, you can resonate with all the messages, right? Any sign doesn't matter. I just did it this way for these message purposes. Because I think sometimes it helps when it's broken down. Because sometimes with the collective messages, if it's so many people, it may be harder for them to interpret which messages are for them. All right. So again, you can resonate with all messages. All right, because we are all things. All right. So air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All right. This is kind of that same energy of, let me show you this, right? Because you see the moons, and it's like if you envision him in this version, he would just have, more heads, more thinking. It's like more thinking. But also remember that, like I said, you can see all sides, right? So you can see a negative outcome, you can see a positive outcome. It's kind of like reprogramming yourself to focus on the positive outcome, all right? You're always looking at the brighter side. You're always looking at the best it could be, all right? So sometimes you have to go through all these thoughts. It's not necessarily a negative thing. It's just something for you to pay attention to, why you're going through those thoughts, and then also understanding what is it that you're going to do, which is focusing on the positive outlook, feeling the positive energy and the things that can happen that are positive and beneficial for you at the same time. Okay, so you've been showing up here as, maintaining this positive outlook. All right, congratulations. All right, and that goes with seeing the duality of things. Duality could be significant for you. Okay, all right, Geminis, Libra, and Aquarius. That was for you guys. Next, we're going into water signs. So water signs, listen up, listen up. I know you wanted to be first. All right, so we have what it looks like. It reminds me of a fishy, but I can't remember. I have like a little sheet where I have the information on, y'all. So sometimes I make sure I refer to it so I don't give you guys the wrong information, because I'm just learning the runes. All right. But for some reason, it looks like a fish, but I feel like it's supposed to be like this. I'm probably holding it wrong. So let me see. Okay, yeah. So goddess, home, and plenty. So I was getting like the fish energy, right? So Pisces, you could be showing up heavy here. Again, that spirituality energy as well. Things being hidden. But this, as far as the rune energy, some of the meanings are goddess. Of course, this also goes with the letter O. So the letter O could be significant. Property, home, plenty. All right. So when I thought about fishes, I was thinking plenty, like having a lot, having enough. All right. You have plenty. Yes, because you are the ocean. Okay. And that's why you want to be first. Okay. I get it. All right. So we want to know, all right, so how have you been showing up for yourself, water signs? How have the water signs been showing up for themselves? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. How have you been showing up for yourselves? Water signs. Water signs. Obligations is coming up. So you could have been paying attention to certain obligations recently, or figuring out what obligations you have according to you. Okay. And the reason why I'm saying according to you is because sometimes we can take on more obligations than we should. This getting a lot of Cancer energy, so I am a Cancer. So of course, message is always for me first, but it's kind of like, refocusing on your obligations. We got inner knowing. I feel like there's other energy, like other zodiac energy here too with this inner knowing, okay? Because with water signs, you're kind of like I said, you are the water, right? And then you have fishes in the water, right? And all your fishes have this inner knowing because they are the water, right? So if you're part of God and you have God knowing, then God's children have the inner knowing. You know what I mean? All right. So again, this is about you knowing that you have this inner knowing of what needs to happen. Again, water being significant, reflections being significant. So you could have been, again, reflecting on something, reflecting on home life, as we always do. Goddess energy. So that could be maybe fertility, children, home, property, how to create plenty, that there is plenty. We also have the chart. I was about to say the chart chakra, the heart chakra. Now that was my mind does that sometimes. Like, what was you about to say? A chakra? I keep saying now. All right, so here with the number 4 again, that's giving me home, balance, heart, Cancer energy. Okay, so this is like having the opportunity to have a change of heart or healing here. So it's like you're taking the opportunities to make whatever changes to make sure you're focusing on your heart healing. Remember, I was talking about home, property, plenty, family, children, sons, daughters, etc. This is like making sure you are focusing again on the things that you are obligated, and then making whatever changes to make sure you have this heart healing, this balance, within yourself, okay, and even within your household. But this is just basically you having an inner knowing, all right, that there are opportunities where you can, continue to heal your heart in specific ways, because it's something that you already know. You have like an inner knowing of what you need to do. All right, water signs. That's what's for you. Okay, the last but not least, who we got? Earth signs. Money, 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 money. Earth signs. Why is your room blank? Oh, Earth signs. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. Step up, step up, step up. So it's funny because I pulled these before the video started, but I had them flipped over so I couldn't see it. So I had no idea that this was blank. Okay, clean slate. So Capricorns, you're like, okay, we have a clean slate. I'm getting like destiny type energy. You could be traveling, Capricorn. Let's see. Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus, earth signs. How are they showing up for themselves? Let's go ahead and get into the message. How have these earth signs been showing up for themselves? Because the unlimited energy, the limitless energy that I'm feeling is kind of like I said, it was like big money energy, big changes energy. We got drive here, and we got insight, right? So it's like you are being driven by your insight, all right? It's kind of like things finna happen, period, okay? I got this insight, and then I'm finna push. I'm about to make it happen, okay? So I'm getting that, like, again, that, unlimited type energy, or having like this kind of like power. It's like you have like this new power behind whatever changes that you feel like you need to make, right? And you're going to be just like pushing them out the way, going around these mountains when they come. Should be going around the mountain when she comes. All right, but again, this is more about you having a certain knowledge, okay? I know could be significant affirmations. I know, all right? You have a specific insight here that tells you, all right, so if I want this, I'm getting like plentiful energy. I'm getting like 9 of Pentacles energy. Like that's why I was saying money. This is a lot of also like maybe you see certain things, like you see things a certain way. Also, I see like I'm getting like healing your voice. So maybe like with this insight, it's kind of also you getting the energy to heal your voice, or like with that drive energy, just being very steadfast in what it is. All right. So it's like if you got this insight and you feel like this is what I need to do, it's kind of like I'm feeling like you feeling very steadfast in that. Like this is what I'm gonna do. All right, and this is how I'm gonna drive it forward. All right, these are the changes I'm gonna make. This is what's gonna happen, and you're already plentiful, right? You're already plentiful as you're going forward. Like all these colors is like giving me plentiful energy. Like you already have everything, but you also know to continue to keep your heart light and your energy light. It's about using your insight to move you forward. Okay, I like that. Yeah, but look at that. What is it? Movement forward. Positive movement forward. This is you moving fast in the future. Like, oh, things about to happen, things about to move. But that's just because it's kind of like this energy of you feeling steadfast in yourself. You feeling strength within yourself. And again, I feel like it comes from that insight. And you just knowing like, no is not going to be the answer. I don't care who say no. Okay, because I'm finna do the work. Anytime somebody say no, okay, I'm gonna do the work because I already have a different insight about how I'm gonna be moving forward. I can is significant, so that's another affirmation. Solar plexus energy. All right, the number 8 is significant, but again, definitely doing the work here. We have this no energy, but I feel like if it's not going to move you forward, then it's a no. But if it does move you forward, go ahead and do the work. All right. All right, Earth signs. Thank you, everyone, for being present. Please let me know how you all resonated with these messages, and I'll see you on the next video.